welcome to another episode of What's the Crack with My Mate Deano, and the man himself is here. G'day, Dean. How you doing, mate?
Good yourself, Mick.
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Busy week as per usual. Loads of emails, loads of watches. I thought we'd start today actually just giving people a bit of an update. We started this channel less than a year ago now, and the response has been tremendous. We've been so pleased. We've met people all around the world. We got our very first watches sent to us this week, the mixtape volume 2, which we are going to be, previewing and then doing a video on next week. So pleased with the people at Far and Sweet. Thank you so much for that. And then, one of my favorite watch brands is Mr. Jones Watches, and they also contacted me to do a collaboration on a video. Mate, beyond my wildest. We're at 15,000 subscribers now, and I'd just like to thank everyone who's watching for their support. Please like and subscribe. But no, beyond our wildest, we're watch enthusiasts. We love this. We like to engage with the community, and we just wanted to say thank you to everybody who's helped us on this journey. Right, we will start. You wanted to start all the way in India and people will think, oh, Indian watch, but this is luxury stuff. The Bangalore Watch Company, and you have got a nice little watch you wanted to talk about. Is that correct?
Yeah, sure. And look, as I said to you before, I think that you must have been bringing this watch company up before, because now they're popping up in my news feed.
That's right. Yeah, our friend called Ricky actually highlighted it. Yeah, over in America, and he put me on to Bangalore, and then I think it came to you, obviously. So what is this watch you're looking at?
Yeah, look, this one's popped up. It's their newest release on it. Peninsula model, it's called. So I'm doing a bit of background reading on them. They seem to pick a theme, all Indian based for their watches. I think one of them was about cricket and something about their Air Force as well. But this one is the broadest sort of theme, the most generic theme, I think, where it's the Indian outdoors, or along those lines. However, cracking looking watch, very different. You can see the pebble case, which I haven't really seen before. It looks very much like a pocket watch, but looks great. Hidden lugs on it as well. So the person that reviewed it says sits beautifully, wears very comfortably, and look, I like the colours. The green one especially, colours look great. One thing that they've done with it to, I suppose, differentiate a little bit is they've put a little design on the 3 and the 9. If you have a look, you'll see waves on the 3, a little tree on the 9, sapphire crystal, and a Salita movement in the back. So yeah, as you say, a luxury watch, not a cheap watch. Comes in at around about $12.50 US. But man, it looks awesome. I'd really love to get my hands on it. Looks fantastic.
Absolutely. And I know the company was formed in 2018 by a husband and wife team, Nirupesh and Mercy, and they wanted to create India's, I guess, luxury watch. They use Swiss movements, they use surgical steel, they use crystal, sapphire crystal. These aren't cheap watches. These are a luxury Indian watch. Some of their designs are superb. And as I say, I had my mate called Ricky on talking about it. He's got one. He absolutely swears by them. So yeah, a great little watch to consider for someone wanting something a bit different.
Yeah, definitely. Something different out there for the person who has too many watches.
Which is most of us, actually. Okay, well, we're back to normal now because I'm mentioning Timex. And yet again, they're literally going through all their sort of anniversary watches. And we've had this 73, I believe, the 74, and now we've got the 1975 Enigma. I love this. What I like about it, it's got a blue dial. And then and could be polarizing, but right in the middle of the screen, they've got a little blue dot, which makes the hands appear as if they're floating. The renders look fantastic. So I actually want to see one in the flesh because I'm really considering getting one of these. Timex are just, again, killing it with these anniversary watches. And as you know, we're getting to 40 and 50 anniversaries of all these things. And this is the 1975. So, there you go, 50 odd years. Can't go wrong, really. And at 399 Australian, which is about 200 and something odd US, cracking watch.
Yeah, it looks awesome. As you said there, would like to see it in the flesh to see how floating it does look.
Yes.
But what a great idea. I'm just getting nervous though. You're saying 1974, 1975, 1976 is coming, and then I'm going to have to say it to the accountant. It's 1976. I gotta get it. It's a year of birth.
You are, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You're going to need to get something.
Yeah,
Timex. Like yeah,
they're killing me.
Now, one thing we like doing on this channel is highlighting micro brands that some people may not have heard of. Now, in the circle which they're in, they're quite popular. I'm on their Facebook group, and I think they make cracking watches. And that's a New York company called Brew. And you sent me one of their retro dials. I thought it was stunning. I like most of Brew's watches. They're not necessarily round. They tend to go more of a square shape on their dials. Love them. What do you like about them?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think if you look back over the videos, you'll see I highlight a lot of square watches. I don't have any, but I like them and I want to get them. So this is yet another one. So the Brew, like they do have a lot of square sort of style watches, and they look awesome. This one's brand new, popped up, called the Brew Metric Light, and light as in 30 millimeter. So tiny, like Neil tiny watches. So Neil, get your hands on this. Let us know.
For those of you who don't, my mate Neil is so small, he has to smoke marijuana to get medium. So that's absolutely fine. Yep. You'll kill me for that.
So yeah, this one here, look, popped up, has all the usuals. Fantastic looking bracelet on it, automatic movement, sapphire crystal, just looks great. The only thing is, like a square watch, it doesn't. So it's 30 mil, but is it tiny? I don't know. Like it might actually sit quite well on the wrist, and it's in that theme of going smaller. We're getting smaller and smaller, and maybe getting rid of that, whether it's a male or female watch, because this is definitely not sold as that. It's sold as this is a 30 mil watch, and yeah, it's a very interesting move, but. I will not have anyone say that I'm size racist.
I don't have a problem with small people. Okay? I don't.
That's an Irish term.
Sorry, Neil, we weren't talking about you. And the one thing about Brew as well, because they have that, because obviously to make them square, they put a larger bezel around the side. And the company themselves, Brew, comes from coffee brew, and a lot of their sort of straps and their designs are based on espresso coffee and coffee culture in New York, which I think, if you're into coffee and all that sort of thing, great little watch to consider. And some of their dials are really funky out, great colors. So they have the more traditional for those who go down that path like yourself, and for those sort of quirky people like me. They have those sort of out there designs on the dial. So, yeah, a bit of everything, really.
Definitely. It's traditionalist. Look, orange. Come on. Give me a break.
Colourful, look.
Yes.
And talking about colourful, the one I wanted to highlight, because, as I say, last week's video that I did by myself was the Spinnaker, and and Spinnaker are a really good company. They got a watch for anybody and everybody, and I know you're sort of looking out for a really good one. But yet again, they do these collaborations. They did SpongeBob SquarePants, and now they have done out of left field Popeye and Brutus. And the Brutus watch, I absolutely love it. Just the color scheme, the theme, the back. Not for definitely not for you. You'd rather eat a can of spinach than wear that watch, I know. But I think full credit to companies that take risks.
Look, it's pretty cool. I love Spinnaker. I've been getting their emails, their newsletters for a couple of years now. I think the exchange rate and the postage costs, although they might be free.
They tend to do free. Yeah, I got free postage on mine.
Not an excuse then. I'll go back to the accountant with that one. It's free postage. But no, look, I haven't got around. There's a long line of companies that I would love to get my hands on. They're one you did recently, and I've held that one. And yeah, exactly what I expected. Good quality, well-made watches at a good price. And like they've got a sale at the moment it makes them even cheaper. So it's very difficult at the moment not to be killed by my accountant. but I'm doing well so far. But yeah, great company. Not for me, these watches. No.
I know. But if you go on the Spinnaker website, as I say, they must have at least 100 to 200 different color combinations that you can get with straps and dials, sapphire steel, perfectly serviceable movement. Yeah, they're good quality and almost an unbeatable price, because what you get, because they've always got discounts as well, you get a solid quality watch for the price. So yeah, I really like them. But this just caught my eye. I think there's only 500 of them, and if they're on sale and if they don't sell, look, it'll be my Christmas watch, I think, because I don't know, just something about it. I like it. It's this sort of orangey background, so it's great. So yeah, we'll see. Now, sticking closer to home here in Australia, I guess, you know, our Teddy Baldessari, so to speak, would be Jody and the Just One More Watch channel, which, you know, I know got you into watches. We met the guys, one of the loveliest blokes you'll ever want to meet. And like you do, I'll go from YouTube channel, he says, and I'll start making my own watch, which he did with the Erebus. Started off with the Origin, then the Accent, and now you wanted to highlight this, and which is beautiful, the new Titan range.
Yeah. I mean, Jody, I'm a big fan. You know, he is the first channel that I found on YouTube. I know, fanboy. My wife is always like, "Oh, Judy," but and she loves his accent too, by the way. But it's not as nice as my accent. Yeah, he's a legend, and I think it's about time we give him some love here. He's got some cracking watches. This little fella on my wrist here is the Origin 38.
Yeah.
We got to meet him. I got to hold it before I bought it. What can I say? Great guys. But to continue in my pro sizism in this video, I'm going big this time. So this guy is 44 mils, beast.
Wow.
So I've gone from 30 mils, 44 mils, and I'd wear both. It's continuing the theme. I suppose if we look at this one here, you'll see in the pictures anyway, the case is, you know, continuing in the Origin theme, taking the crown to the 4 instead of the 3.
Yeah.
But similar colors. They have this color in the Titan. I think it's something like 500 meters in depth. I mean, my watch doesn't even get rain on it, so I don't really care about that. But it's more about the cool factor. It's got a nice dial. It's got your basic NH35 movement in there. And the thing that Jody does on his watches, which again I'll highlight, makes this my favorite bracelet by a mile, is the on the fly adjustment. Oh my God, that's fantastic. I just love it. Every watch should have that. But
Jody has over 400, 500 watches, I'd imagine, maybe more, but he knows his watches. He knows what he likes. He listens to the community. This is a passion project as opposed to profit. He really is into this and really wants to give, you know, us as watch enthusiasts a quality product. And if you go on YouTube, he's got some of these videos. We went to China to check the processes, so he didn't just order them and, you know, send me them in. He's gone and looked at that. I met his business partner in a cafe once, and he had, I think it was the Accent on under his thing like this, and he kind of went like that to me, and couldn't get a photo. But no, really, really nice guys, top blokes, leading the way in Australia. There are a few others. I'll give a shout out to Time and Tide in Melbourne. But the Aussie scene is starting to pick up. These guys won that first watch show last year that we went to, and full credit to them. So anyone who wants to, buy an Australian, creator designed watch, go and look at Erebus. Fantastic. Thank you everyone for joining us. We really do appreciate it. Please like, subscribe. They say notifications, but you get enough on your bloody phone anyway. So we'll see how it goes. Deano, thanks for joining me, mate. And I will speak to you next time.
No worries. Thanks, Mike. Have a good one.
Bye.